Helpful for life.
Now we're going to learn about the last thing you're going to learn how to clean in this entire course, the garbage disposal. Also known simply as the disposal, or sometimes the disposal, or even the disposer. Or a fun one that I recently learned, the garburator. No, that's not a superhero. That's what people up in Canada like to call the garbage disposal. Funny people, those guys. Anyways, fortunately disposal is kept pretty clean on its own because after all, it's usually rinsed with hot water and soap almost daily. The main thing you should do to keep the disposal running well and to stay clean is to not put the wrong things down there in the first place. The disposal is meant to handle small pieces of biodegradable food. So dump your plates and all of your leftovers that you're going to throw away either in the trash or in the compost. Don't throw them down the sink. Then there's a handful of items that you should just not put down your disposal at all. I'll list some of them off for you. We have fruit pits, vegetable peels, rice, pasta, oatmeal, grits, eggshells, stringy things like celery, and coffee grounds. These things can lead to the disposal malfunctioning, the drain clogging, or they just won't go down the drain at all and they'll stick to the side of the disposal. Fortunately, when you need to clean or deodorize the disposal, it's pretty simple and straightforward to do. When you're cleaning the sink using the steps that we just told you about, make sure to put some baking soda down the drain. However, before you rinse it, put vinegar down there too, so it reacts with the baking soda and makes a clean mixture. The exact ratio isn't too important, but some people recommend 2 parts vinegar to 1 part baking soda. So if you put in 1 bunch of baking soda, put in 2 bunches of vinegar. Allow the baking soda and vinegar to sit for a while, letting that chemical reaction take place before rinsing it with hot water. Bonus points if that hot water is boiling. And of course, there are products you can buy specifically for cleaning and deodorizing the disposal. One bonus of going this method is that they'll likely have a lovely fragrance built right in. Speaking of fragrance, one other tip that people commonly use to get a nice smell out of their disposal is they will put some small pieces of citrus or citrus peel down there and turn the disposal on. Although this will release some lovely smells in the air, those peels could get stuck in the disposal, so this is not the most advisable approach. One last technique to clean both the disposal and the drain. Stop up your sink and fill it up with at least a few inches of hot soapy water. Then unclog the drain and turn on your disposal. The sudden rush of large volumes of water will do a much better job cleaning and clearing out both the disposal and the drain than running water alone would. And since we're talking disposals, here's one myth that we'll bust for you. Putting ice cubes down the drain and turning the disposal on does not sharpen the blades of your disposal. And that's because those blades aren't sharp to begin with. They use blunt things to crush the food into smaller pieces, not sharp blades. However, it is a common technique to use ice, maybe even combine with a little bit of salt, and then turn the disposal on to clean the disposal. Although maybe not as effective as the other methods we mentioned to you, it is safe for your disposal. If you're doing this, just make sure to run some cold water as the disposal is running, and you don't need to use that much ice cubes. Don't dump your whole tray down there. After all, you don't want to make your disposal work harder than it needs to. The last method is to just take a toothbrush or some other type of brush down into the drain and just scrub directly on the disposal. Just make sure that it's off before you do this. And that is it! You're a cleaning pro. Let's watch the final milestone and you'll be on your way.